that is our surprise. We are What is up, guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be spilling a little secret, sharing a little surprise that I've been keeping for a couple of months now. So if you have been following myself or LARSEY on social media, you probably have noticed that our posting recently has been pretty inconsistent. I used to post on her Instagram every single day. We used to do polls every single day, and now there are definitely quite a few days where I just miss it all together. And that is because I have a lot going on in my mind and in my life right now, and that is just honestly not my biggest priority. If you didn't know, a few months ago I had one of my brothers unexpectedly pass away, and that completely has flipped my whole life upside down, and I'm still having a really hard time with it. There's some days where I'm doing okay, and there's other days where just getting myself to get out of bed is a big struggle. So this was the very end of October, first week of November, and the very first week I wasn't home like really at all. I was down visiting my family, and it was really rough, as I'm sure you can imagine. And I just remember having a conversation with my mom one day in the car, and this randomly popped in my mind, and I just said that if Devin and I, my husband, if we ever have children, I want to name my son after my brother. And if you know me, you know that I'm pretty open about being very undecided about having kids or not. Right now, I'm just kind of at the point where if it happened, I'm okay with it. I'll take it as, you know, a blessing from God. It was something that was meant to be, but I'm not actively trying right now. So that whole thought was just completely random that popped in my head. And I saw a medium a couple weeks after he passed, and she brought up the fact that I had mentioned if I had a son, I wanted to name him after my brother. And she said that he gave me that thought. So that just kind of confirmed that that was something he kind of was behind a little bit. So backing up a month, so this is like mid-end of September, we hear from our breeder, the breeder that we got LARSEY from, that they are going to be having one more litter this fall or winter. And that was very unexpected because LARSEY was supposed to be the last litter that they were ever going to have. We had planned on getting her a sister at some point, but we assumed that there was no way we were obviously going to be able to go to the same place because they were going to be done having puppies. So that happens. About 6 weeks later, my brother passes away. And a few weeks after that, I found out that River, LARSEY's birth mom, is in fact pregnant. And I was just ecstatic because how cool would it be to get her a sister, but her actual sister, like she has the exact same parents as LARSEY does. We immediately were like, we want a girl. If you get another dark one, we would love to have a dark female. So beginning of December comes, and River has the puppies, and there's 8 puppies in the litter, 2 boys, 6 girls. And I messaged her and I'm like, hey, did you get any dark puppies? And she said there's only 1 dark puppy in the litter. And I was like, oh great. And she said, but it's a girl. So I was like, oh my gosh, perfect, we'll take her, that's the one that we want, awesome. So we decided very, very early into December that we were going to be getting this puppy. And I remember wanting to originally have LARSEY's sister also have an L name, so I can keep the life with L something trend going on. But then when everything happened to my brother, I was taking her out one day, and that conversation that I had with my mom popped in my head about wanting to name our child potentially after my brother. And I'm like, we should name the puppy after him. Now obviously I wasn't going to name her my brother's name. My brother's name is Jacob, so I wasn't going to name her a boy name, and we definitely knew we didn't want a boy. So I was walking down the steps and I'm like, how can I name her after him without actually naming her literally after him? So I took his name and I was scrambling up the letters in his name, scrambling up the name Jacob, and I came up with COBA J. So COBA J is literally just Jacob scrambled up. And I'm like, that's kind of cute. I like that, COBA J, because I always called my brother Jay. So I like that, you know, she had J in there. There's no way I could have called a puppy Jake or Jacob. That would break my heart a million times a day. There's no way I could survive doing that. So I thought of that, and I still to this day feel like it was something he again gave me the idea for, because when I came back in from taking her outside, I was like, let me look this up. Let me see if COBA actually even means anything. Like, is it even a word? And I Googled it, and it means gift from God, and it means to continue on with, and it has to do with the birth of Jacob in the Bible. And when I read that, I was like, this is so much a coincidence. He definitely gave me this idea. Like, I loved the name that much more, and I love the fact that both of our dogs' names now will be basically made up names. They're both named after boys, but it just meant so much more to me. So I tell our breeder what her name is, and she's been calling her COBA ever since we told her. She's been sending us pictures and videos and updates on her ever since she was born, and I noticed that on her ribbon, all the puppies have different color ribbons, of course, so you can keep the puppies apart, can tell whose is whose. The ribbon that COBA has is lime green, and my brother's favorite color was always Kermit the Frog green. So I just thought that was a crazy coincidence that out of all the puppies, she gave the lime green one to COBA J. So that is her name. That is our surprise. We are becoming parents again. We are getting another puppy, and I'm actually filming this on Saturday, the 23rd, and I'm going to upload it on Wednesday, which is January 27th, which is the day that you guys are going to be seeing this. This is the day while you're seeing this that we're actually going to be getting her. So another really cool thing about this story is that oh, hi. I'm surprised this is your first appearance in the video. She's usually the star the whole time. But when I was looking at getting COBA's collar and her harness, I wanted it to be meaningful. I wanted it to have a purpose. I'm very much a person for like signs and purpose and not just something random just because. Honey, can you please step back? And one thing that came to my mind was a pair of my brother's shoes that I had gotten him like a year and a half ago. And my brother loved like the bright, crazy colored shoes. Like if you go to the mall and you see a pair of shoes that you look at it and it's just crazy colored and you're like, oh my gosh, who the heck buys these? That's my brother. That's who buys those shoes. So I get those pair of shoes from my parents, and they're like a bright reddish orange color. And when I was looking online for stuff for COBA, I find this leash and harness that looks to be a very similar color to those shoes. So I got the leash in, and the harness is supposed to come in today, and I put them up next to each other, and the color match is like almost identical. I'll show you. So here's the color of my brother's shoes. Here is the leash. It looks like exact in person. So if you watched LARSEY's Christmas special this year, where she opened up all of our presents and then I gave some gift ideas on things to get your spouse and your dog, you would remember that there was something I couldn't show you yet. And that is like this little shelf hook thing that I had made on Etsy to hang up their leashes and their harnesses when we go to take them in and out. So we have that hanging up. We have that ready. I'm so excited to go get COBA and to meet her, and I just hope LARSEY likes it because I just feel bad for her like being home alone by herself while we are at work. And I know she will love having a friend and having a buddy, but she really loves her mom and dad, and she's very needy. She's laying in my lap right now, and I just worry that she might have a little bit of a hard time sharing time with mom and dad and sharing attention. But hopefully hopefully she does well with it. Don't worry, a lot of the same videos that I filmed for LARSEY when we first got her, I will be filming for COBA as well. I had a lot of you say that if you get another dog, please film all the same videos, and I definitely plan to do so. We are also having a little photo shoot tomorrow, which will be Thursday when you guys are watching this, for like our little reveal of our new puppy. And I got LARSEY, honey. She is, see what I mean? She's gonna have a hard time sharing attention. She always is the center of attention. But I got them matching bandanas to wear for our little photo shoot. So this is LARSEY's. It says Big Sister on it, and they're reversible, and it has a little sailor bow in the back. So freaking cute. And this is COBA J's. It says Little Sister with a little sailor bow in the back. I love them. I think they are so adorable, and I cannot wait to have our little photo shoot and to show you guys and to meet COBA. And yeah, that is our secret. I wanted to wait until we knew exactly that everything was going to be fine. She actually is having her first vet visit today, Saturday, while I'm filming this. So I just want to make sure everything was good and ready to go before I spilled the beans. I didn't want to mess anything up. That's our secret. That is her name, and that's the reason why she is going to have her name. She does have an Instagram and a Facebook page just like LARSEY does. So now all of her social media stuff is continuing with COBA J, because to me, I am like continuing my brother's life through COBA J. So make sure you follow her on Instagram and like her Facebook page. So please just be patient with us for a little bit. We're still trying to adjust to life now, and it is, love to say getting easier, but I don't think I'm at that point yet. I'm hopeful and thankful for COBA being a new blessing in our life and giving me something to focus my energy on again and help keep my mind off of it 24/7 and just have something like really happy and positive to look forward to. As always, we appreciate your support so much, and I hope you guys are just as excited for our new addition to our family as we are. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel if you're excited for a bunch of new puppy videos. Don't forget to give the video a like, and we will see you guys in the next video where you guys will be able to get to meet COBA J too.